Now, music, of course. The national anthem, much has been made of that, and I'm joined by Friederike Krum, who is an opera singer of German origin, but lives in London, has been here a long time, and there is, Friederike, quite a crossover, isn't there, of German families, German royalty, British royalty.
Yeah, they're all a bit mixed.
Well, but we're going back to the House of Hanover and all these... Saxe-Coburg, all of these things. So incredibly close relations, but also musically there's quite a relationship between the Germans and the British, and particularly when it comes to royalty. Now, as an opera singer, I understand you've already done a rendition of God Save the King.
I have indeed. I recorded it a few days back in the Royal Hospital Chelsea Chapel, and it hasn't been sung there, of course, for over 70 years.
Yes.
So it was a very special feeling, a bit eerie. One always feels disloyal in a sense of singing suddenly God Save the King. But I think it is amazing, and we're going to enjoy singing it many times.
The vigil has now ended. The four children of the late Queen have now completed their 20-minute vigil and are walking out of St Giles's. Sorry to interrupt.
That's absolutely fine.
Yeah. So, Friederike, yes, I mean, God Save the King, as you say, it's not been sung for 70 years. So you've sung it, you've recorded it.
I've sung it, I've recorded it, and it felt very special. It's a moment in history, really.
It is. Now, I suppose, given you were in the Royal Hospital Chelsea,
yes,
there will be quite a few people in there who do remember the days before the Queen, of course.
Of course,
and
yes.
who would have served King and Country and would have sung God Save the King. What did they make of it all?
Well, they're all, of course, very moved. I mean, Her Majesty the Queen had a very close connection with the Royal Hospital Chelsea. Yeah. She did as well attend Founders Parade, and most of the Chelsea pensioners have met the Queen over the years. And all the royal family have a very close connection with the Chelsea pensioners. So they're all, of course, everybody, the nation, the world, we all mourn an incredible woman and an incredible monarch.
No, absolutely.
So,
I mean,
yes.
an example to the world. I mean, in the most remarkable way. Now, the Queen has been rather a fan of your singing in the past.
I wouldn't go quite that far. I mean, I would love to take that credit, but she loved Gershwin. I mean, the royal family, specifically her mother, the late Queen Mother, she had a great fondness for George Gershwin. So Her Majesty the Queen did grow up listening to Gershwin songs all through her childhood, youth.
Yes.
And so I did send her my album when I recorded my Gershwin album, and I got a lovely, lovely letter back. So that was very special.
Well, to get a letter from the Queen to say that she enjoyed your album, I reckon that's pretty cool.
That is indeed.
Yeah, no, I think that really is something special. Now, there will be a coronation.
Indeed.
That will take place in a year or so's time. And what's the big piece of music going to be?
I should imagine Handel, and I'm sure he will enjoy it because he's lying in Westminster.
He is. Just tell the audience a little bit more.
Well, it is the very famous coronation mass, Zodiac, from Handel, who, like me, German, ended up in Britain and loved it so much he never came back. I think it is one of the most powerful music pieces chosen for that reason for the coronation. It has this slow build-up and then the big famous choir end at the end, God Save the King. I mean, it can't get any bigger.
It's going to be quite some moment, I have to say. Friederike Krum, thank you for coming in and joining us.
My pleasure.
And keeping this tradition of Anglo-German royalty going and the music associated.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.